You may have seen this face in a meme, that perfectly square expression, those deadpan eyes that seem to say absolutely nothing and everything all at once. But behind that face is the most devoted, most exhausted, most quietly heroic father in the animal kingdom. This is a Tibetan fox, and this is his story. Welcome to wild surge life, high on the Tibetan Plateau. At an altitude where the air is thin and the winters are brutal, the grasslands are waking up from a long sleep. The ice is melting. The first green shoots are pushing through the frost. And somewhere beneath the surface of this ancient land, a fox family is about to meet the world for the first time. 4 cubs. 4 tiny, trembling, wide-eyed bundles of fur. Tibetan foxes typically raise 2 or 3 cubs. 4 is rare. 4 is a gift from nature, and as with all great gifts on the Tibetan Plateau, it comes with a price. On the morning they first emerge from the den, blinking into a world of blue sky and endless grass, their parents are watching. The mother, the father. Both of them present. Both of them alert. Both of them already calculating the enormous amount of food 4 growing cubs will require. The plateau looks peaceful from a distance. Gentle, even. But this land is not gentle. It is a bow drawn tight, and the arrow can fly at any moment. It is the father's turn to guard the den. He sits at the entrance, motionless as stone, his square face pointed in the direction the mother went to hunt. The 3 older cubs tumble and wrestle behind him, full of the thoughtless energy of the very young. But the smallest cub, a daughter, the runt of the litter, born thin and quiet, sits beside her father. She looks up at his face from time to time. That face. Unreadable. Unchanging. He is waiting. The sun moves across the sky. The dew on the grass dries and reforms. The wind comes down from the snow mountains, cold, carrying something that feels like a warning. The father grows restless. He stands. He sits. He stands again. His eyes never leave the path where the mother should appear. The cubs are hungry, but they stay close to the den. This is the rule. This is survival. The mother does not come back. She never comes back. A Tibetan wolf, crossing the same high ridge the mother had used on her hunt, ended her story there. In that quiet, ordinary, devastating way that the plateau ends so many stories. The father does not know this. He will never know exactly what happened. He only knows, as the last light fades and the temperature drops, that he is alone, and that 4 small lives depend entirely on him. He begins to hunt. Pika, the small, round, rabbit-like creatures that carpet the plateau in their thousands, are his primary prey. But Pika are not easy. They have been hunted by foxes for thousands of generations. They post sentries. They have escape routes mapped beneath every inch of ground. They disappear in seconds. A father fox needs 20 Pika every single day to feed 4 growing cubs. 20. On a plateau where every other predator is hunting the same prey, he fails his first hunt. And his second, his small figure moves across the vast grassland, so alone, so determined, so completely dwarfed by the landscape around him that it is almost impossible to watch without feeling something. But he does not feel sorry for himself. He has no time for that. He turns. He tries again. He catches one. Then another. He carries them back to the den, dropping them near the entrance so the cubs can practice pouncing, practice killing, practice the skills they will need when he is no longer there to feed them. The strongest cub, the oldest brother, always gets the most. The smallest cub, that quiet little daughter, is always pushed to the edges. The father watches this. His square face reveals nothing. But he begins, quietly and without fanfare, to make sure the smallest one gets fed. A piece here, a morsel there, left slightly apart from the others where she can reach it without being knocked aside. He never makes a show of it. He just does it. Weeks pass. His coat, once thick and amber, grows dull and rough. His eyes, once sharp and dark, carry the red threads of exhaustion. He hunts in the morning. He guards in the afternoon. He marks his territory, 10 square kilometers of plateau, in between. He does not stop. He cannot stop. Late summer brings the yak herders to the plateau, thousands of animals spreading across the grass. For a fox, this is opportunity. He learns to use the yak herds as moving cover, crouching low between their legs, invisible to the Pika sentries, closing the distance he could never close in open ground. His success rate doubles. One morning, 4 Pika in his mouth at once. Enough for all of them, even the smallest daughter. He drops the food and watches them eat, all 4 of them, side by side, finally full. His face, as always, reveals nothing. But he sits for a long moment before turning to hunt again. Just a moment. Winter arrives. The temperature drops to -30. The wind strips every last comfort from the plateau. The summer visitors, the birds, the herders, the warmth itself disappear overnight. The fox family goes underground. And they are still 4. The smallest cub, the one nobody expected to survive, has grown a thick winter coat. Her eyes are bright. She follows her father through the snow, sniffing at snowflakes with the curiosity of an animal who has decided, against all odds, to be interested in the world. They have 4 more months of winter ahead, 4 months before the ice melts and the grass returns and the cubs grow old enough to leave, to find their own territories, their own mates, their own hard seasons on this ancient, unforgiving plateau. The father will let them go when the time comes. That is how it is supposed to work. But not yet. For now, they are here. Together. Alive. In a world without mercy, a father with a square face and deadpan eyes gave his cubs the only thing that mattered. He stayed. If this father's story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Subscribe to Wild Surge Life for more stories of survival, love, and the extraordinary creatures we share this planet with. Every view helps us tell another story.